I'm about to share with you how I've been able to completely transform my life, do a complete 180 from what it used to be 3 years, even 2 years ago. And if you're sitting here watching this and you're feeling stuck, like you're on a hamster wheel, you have goals that you want to achieve, you have things that you want to accomplish, you have visions of more time, more financial freedom, but you're spinning your wheels, keep watching because I'm going to give you my top tips on how I've been able to transform my life. So I come from very humble beginnings. We started off in this 1930s home, as you can tell by the beautiful decor, the lovely green carpet, and those wood finishings. This is where we started our family, with the bare minimum. I was just graduating school. We didn't have a lot of extra, but we made it work. Our house didn't have a bathtub. It only had a standing shower. So for the first 5 years of my children's life, the oldest one, they had to bath together in an infant tub. So after kids, I went through a period of anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, unworthiness, self-confidence issues. I bummed around home during maternity leave, living in pajamas, house coats, sweatpants. I kind of stopped taking care of myself, kind of let myself go, if you will. Didn't lose the baby weight, didn't care to lose the baby weight, didn't care to take care of me, and I just got into a slump. So here I was, full of anxiety, depression, lacking self-worth, and I pretty much stewed in that state for a good 7 months. It wasn't until my youngest was 7 months old that I decided that I'm done living in self-pity, and the only way to change my life around was to do something about it. I was sinking in debt. I was on mat leave. I would emotionally spend, which would make me feel better. Shopping would ease my feelings of lack. They would help me feel better for a moment, kind of get me out of that funk, and I fell deeper into debt, credit card debt. And I always said I'll pay it off when I get back to work. So here I was, accumulating debt, anxiety, depression, back to work eventually, and with that comes added expenses like childcare. So when you think that you're going to have the funds to get ahead, you actually don't. You are able just to make minimum payments, and you know where that goes. It's the hamster wheel. So I started by going back to work as a dental hygienist. I needed to get out of the house and establish a routine. Next, I started really focusing on what I was putting into my body and focusing on nutrition and how to fuel my body in a nutritious way, which then had me focus on working out, lifting weights, doing cardio, and I really began to get into a habit of making myself a priority again. And looking back, I used to pray so hard. I used to pray so hard for everything that I have now. So the moment I started to believe in myself and craft these lofty goals, and was the moment that I began to feel worthy and deserving of this stuff. And when I started to make myself a priority again, things started to shift. So the main shift that happened, and the biggest, most important shift of all, was my mindset. My mindset totally transformed. So I went from feeling lack to not feeling worthy, to never thinking in my wildest dreams that I would reach goals, to believing that before I even reach those goals, I am deserving and I can do it, and putting my trust in the universe, God, whatever you believe in, that whatever is ahead will happen, and taking the nudges that came my way, being open-minded to the opportunities that were presented to me and acting on them and not giving up at first setback, but persevering and pushing forward and going. That was the big difference for me. I vowed to never quit on myself again and to push through, because that's where the magic happens. So everything started to happen, and things started to line up, and everything that I had visioned of wanting came to fruition. And all the things that I used to want, like time freedom, more financial freedom to have more memories, slowly started to happen one by one. So my biggest tips for you are, first, to have belief in yourself. Second, to know what you want. Do you want a house in the country? Do you want that new car? Do you want more time freedom to be able to spend more time with your family? Know what you want. Second, you need the belief. You need the belief, and you need to hold the vision of what you want, because something will present itself to you. And when that thing does present to you, you need to take the leap. You need to take the leap, you need to take the risk, and you need to go with it. Not knowing the outcome, not knowing how you're going to get to those goals, but taking the leap and taking it enthusiastically and never giving up. No matter how hard the road is, no matter how much you have to push out of your comfort zone, just keep going. And that is my biggest tip. You need to believe in yourself, you need to know what you're going after and the goals that you have set, and you need to not give up. You need to be consistent, and you need to keep going, and you need to know that it's not going to happen overnight. Years. It's going to take years. And those are my biggest tips. Since taking the leap, I will be taking my family to Bermuda, and we'll be enjoying memories along the beach, snorkeling in the sunny, tropical south in Bermuda. I have never seen water this blue, and I can't wait to take my family there, and it's all because I made a decision to jump, to go into the unknown, to stay consistent, and to never give up when things get hard. I will be picking up a brand new white Range Rover come the spring. I currently drive a vehicle that is rusting out, the back window smashed to pieces, the back hatch doesn't open to allow me to put groceries in, and I've been driving it for 10 years. Come spring, this will be my new reality. So as I sit here today in my home studio, sharing how I've been able to transform my life in a matter of a year or two by changing my mindset and believing in myself and putting effort into the things I do, I hope you take this as inspiration and apply it to your own life, knowing that you can accomplish anything that you set your vision on.